Hello everyone, this is Asif Jalal. Today I am going to teach you Django framework of Python. So if you want to become a Django developer, this video is for you. So this is for very beginners. So if you are little bit advanced Django developer, then this video may not work for you. So let's get into the prerequisites. The prerequisites for this tutorial is you have to have knowledge of Python. So because Django is written in Python, so if you name work, so another thing which is HTML, CSS and bootstrap. So this is not very important, but it's a little bit important because when you are going to develop a full website which is MVC framework, which is built on the MVC pattern, then you will need HTML, CSS and bootstrap. So you just a little bit touch of HTML and CSS and not necessarily bootstrap, but you have to do some knowledge, you have to have some knowledge about these technologies, then it will be more beneficial to you to see and learn Django framework. So that's it. Now you have to install some softwares for to follow my tutorial. The first software is VS Code, and it is a good platform, it is a good tool to do some coding stuff, and it's also good tool. It's lightweight and you can install it. If you do not have Visual Studio installed on your system, then check out the I button displayed on the corner of screen. You can check out my video which is about how to download and install Visual Studio Code in Windows. So it's a very little video, it's a 1 minute video which will go through all the steps you have to follow to install Visual Studio Code. So the next thing is you have to install Python. So Python is very easy to download. So this is another, my video is there in my channel. You just need to click on the I button displayed on the corner of the screen and install the Python. So let's get started by just I want to display you that or watch which environment, which Python version I am using. So to check out your version of Python installation, just go to CMD and write Python -- version. So hit enter and you get your Python version. Now I am using 3.10.9. so this is my version of Python. And now you have to do some another stuff, like you have to create virtual environment. So to create the virtual environment, you have to write some statement. So before that you have to go to your directory first. So let me go to my directory. I will create a new folder, Django tutorials. So this is my directory where I want to go. So what we will do, I am going to CMD and I'm going to desktop, and let's see this, this is my folder Django tutorial. So I am entering into my directory Django tutorials. That's it. Now I am in the directory where we want to create a virtual environment and also a Django project. So in this directory, first we have to create the virtual environment. So what is virtual environment? Virtual environment basically is the way virtual environment basically help us to create multiple projects in which will running on different variants. So if you create a project in Django old variant and there are multiple projects in your laptop which runs on different Django variants. So virtual environment is the way to isolate your different projects depending on their variants. So if you want to run the old variant project, then you will just need to activate that virtual environment and runs that old Django project. Now if you have a new Django, if you have a Django project which is running on new variants, so you just activate that specific environment and runs your Django application, and which will is. So let's see how to create virtual environment. So first you have to write python v minus m venv and then your virtual environment name. So I will name it venv tutorial. This is my name of virtual environment and hit enter. Now you can see that a folder is created. So now all the packages and Django framework will be installed after activating this environment. Okay, so let me create Django. Let me install Django on this virtual environment. So first we have to activate that virtual environment. So how do we activate virtual environment? We will write so I will just basically write the path of activate function. So first I have to write my virtual environment name, then scripts as capital, and then activate. So that will activate our virtual environment. You can see that here is in parentheses virtual environment tutorial. So that environment, to deactivate this virtual environment, you have to write just deactivate, and that will be deactivated. To activate again, just write again this path and this will be activated. So now you just need to install all your packages that will be used in this project. So I will just basically I will just install my Django project. So pip install Django, so hit enter. Now this is installing Django on my virtual environment. So I will just write all the commands which I am using in the video description, so you can easily copy and paste commands. So after using this command over and over again, you will be get easily understand and remember all these commands, and you will do it in just second. So but before that you have to spend some time for writing these commands. Now Django is successfully installed. Now you have to create Django project. Now I have installed Django 4.2.0. Now I am going to create new project. So how to create the project? It's very simple. Just write django-admin start project and then your project name. So I will name this my first project. So that is my project name, and hit enter. Now you can see that another folder is just created with the name of first project. So let's get into this project folder. cd first project dir. You can see that there are different files here. So let me run this project. So to run the project, we will write python manage.py run server. So by writing this command, the Django project is now running. To see your Django project, you just go to this URL. So let me go to this URL. So you can see that my first Django project is created successfully and it's running. So congratulations, you have just created your first Django project and your first Django application. In the next video, we will open this project file into our Visual Studio Code, and then we will start learn the core concept of Django framework, and we will see how different Django components work together. So if you like this video, please subscribe my channel for more videos, and also share these videos with your friends who also want to learn Django framework. So thanks for watching the video.